That is everything in this house that contains added sugars, which I will not be eating for the entire month of August. Not ketchup. I don't even eat that actually. Peanut butter. I don't eat this peanut butter. I eat natural peanut butter. Corn? Why does corn have added sugar? Kidney beans. I don't know why that has added sugar either. I think this is gonna be pretty easy. I've already been trying to cut back on sugars for a while now. I've been kind of easing into this. So let's see how this goes. My rules are no added sugars, of course. Second rule, I can only eat 2 fruits a day. Why did I choose that arbitrary rule? I don't know. Why not? I can do whatever I want. Michael, let's take some progress pics.
Anytime or any day, he's gonna do it anyway, anywhere or anyhow. What's his name? It's Clef for now.
Wait, that's me.
While I didn't eat much sugar before this anyway, I felt like I needed to challenge myself. I've already become mindful of 99% of what I eat, but it's that last 1% that I feel like I needed to address. I'm not a health expert, nor am I the epitome of health. This video is simply what I learned from my own experiences during this challenge. Everyone is on their own journey. Everyone is on a different path. This video is simply what I learned. I've been thinking about what I eat for a while now, and how much sugar I regularly eat. This is probably because of how much sugar we consume daily. It's in so many foods: Greek yogurt, peanut butter, sports drinks, soda, bread, cereal, tons of foods we eat every single day. And I wanted to find out why. Why is it in so many foods we eat? And how did we get here? There's no catch-all book about the history of sugar like there is for salt, A World History, written by Mark Kurlansky. It's quite the read. You should check it out. But sugar has quite the long history. Humans first domesticated sugarcane about 10,000 years ago in New Guinea. Humans ate it up, understandably so, spreading the sweet crop around the world. For a long time, sugar was a sort of luxury. It was known as a spice to Europeans in medieval times and used as a medicine throughout the world. Many medical scholars, like Thomas Aquinas, a priest, doctor, and philosopher, prescribed it as a medicine, able to refresh the weary and invigorate the weak. Sugar was even used as a way to help ease digestion.
C&H, everyone sing about C&H. It's the only pure cane sugar from Hawaii.
The temptation to eat sugar was there from the first day when I started this challenge, when my roommate bought a bunch of cookies and brought them over to our house.
Mom's friends.
Oh, Chris got him? Chris, you got the cookies? Wait here, come here. Wait, come here. Fine.
It's only been one day, but Chris got some cookies, but it's gonna be fine. It's fine.
It's not gonna be fine. Just eat
I
a
don't need
cookie.
one? No, it's alright. That is. Every
Eat red meat.
single food has sugars in them.
No.
Most foods have sugars in them.
What about water?
Water is one of the few that don't.
So the few foods that don't.
Cookies have been around for hundreds of years, but the chocolate chip cookie became synonymous with the United States when its modern variation was invented at the Toll House restaurant by Ruth Graves Wakefield of Whitman, Massachusetts. At the same time, the United States promoted sugar as a health food, the 1930s equivalent of probiotics or multivitamins today. It was used as a means to fight off colds and boost the immune system. Then, in the 1960s, the mantra, "a calorie is a calorie," became the norm. The food industry promoted, many calories leads to weight gain, less calories leads to weight loss. There was no differentiation in what made up these calories. While it wasn't explicitly said, a calorie of sugar wasn't any more capable of leading to diabetes than a calorie of broccoli or olive oil or eggs or any other food. The idea was created that simply overeating was the cause of obesity and that all calories are the same. Calories in and calories out simply isn't true. Look at this ad from the 1960s. Sugar was presented to us as a way to make food taste better, but there was no mention about how it's an empty calorie, nor no concern for its health effects. When overconsumed, sugar has consequences. It can lead to obesity, heart disease, and diabetes.
Remember, sugar can be sneaky. So be in the know and read as you go.
So you know that primal part of your brain we refer to a lot? It's got many names. The old brain, the lizard brain. Well, its technical name is Enucleus accumbens. Sugar induces the same responses in that region of the brain as does nicotine, alcohol, cocaine, and heroin. It's known as the reward center. It's pleasurable, which leads to repetition to recapture that feeling. Sugar stimulates the same neurotransmitters as those other substances, dopamine in particular. It's a physiological addiction, not psychological. It's hard to break a sugar addiction because it hits those same reward centers that are so satisfying to us. It's been 2 weeks since I started. It's August 15th today. I'm driving right now from LA to Phoenix to go visit my family. There's not a lot of options for no added sugars on a road trip. So I got some broccoli and some hummus. This is what I'm eating today. And a banana. Surprisingly, I didn't have that many cravings for sugar. Except for when I went home. Being at home, how was it? Let's see, it was a little more difficult at home. My dad would not stop eating chocolate cake. My parents buy a lot of foods with added sugars in them, which is understandable. Everyone kind of does it. It's in so many foods. But the temptation to not eat sugars when you don't even go to the store with the intention of purchasing foods with added sugars in them, it becomes a lot easier. It's not that much different than how you shouldn't go to the store when you're hungry because you'll end up buying way more food than you need to. So I'm sticking to my 2 fruits a day rule. I get to eat an entire watermelon today. I can only have 2 fruits a day so I don't eat too much sugar. Watermelon doesn't have that much sugar in it. It's actually mostly water. I think. I actually don't know. I'm gonna eat this whole thing. I haven't had any food in a while too, so it's probably gonna taste really good. There we go. This might be the best watermelon I've ever seen.
That would be crazy. I don't know how I would live. Not as juicy.
There's a fly on my leg.
You were
It's really good. It's very juicy. It's really sweet. I think my sugar intake is probably gonna be too high after this, but it's alright. This is quite a bit of watermelon. This is more than I thought, actually. I'm
Dang.
getting kind of full, yeah.
You try.
There's a lot of watermelon. That watermelon was a little much. Yeah, that cherry's got a weird aftertaste. Ugh. Most people probably won't eat half a watermelon like I did. But also, most people probably won't think about all the amount of added sugars that we're eating in our daily lives. And that's the problem. Why do we have to think about the amount of sugar we eat daily? Sugar's in so much food that we have to actively avoid it. Otherwise, we don't even know how much sugar we eat on a daily basis. When you get a craving for sugar, you're trained to think the version with added sugars in it is a normal version. But it isn't. It's way sweeter than it should be. Take Greek yogurt. Most people would say Greek yogurt is a healthy food. It's packed with protein and good fats compared to its calorie content. But sugar is addictive, so we generally tend to buy the versions that have added sugars in them. When you buy the sweetened version of Greek yogurt, its intrinsic health value is canceled out by added sugars. Until you can curb a sugar addiction, you're not going to hit your health goals. So it is September 1st. The challenge is over. 31 days of no added sugars is complete. I am free. How do I feel? I feel pretty good. Not much has changed. I didn't weigh myself before this or now, but I mean, I was wearing a black turtleneck. Now I'm wearing a gray turtleneck. The easiest part of this challenge was not really having much cravings for sugar. The difficult part, that was finding foods that don't have added sugars in them. I ate a cookie. Marcello got me these cookies. It's not that good. There's something in sugar that makes you want another bite. I wasn't even craving that first bite, but now that I had that first bite, I'm really craving a second bite. There's something in sugar that makes you want another bite, and it's scary. What the hell? Why? It's because we're addicted to it. That's because it hits the reward center in our brain, but that's kind of scary though. Sugar is not bad in moderation. But because sugar is in so many foods, it's hard to moderately eat sugar. Yeah, it was only a 1-month challenge. But mindful eating can be important as long as we want it to be. And I think it will be important to me for a while. I look at the ingredients list of foods more now. I got better at looking at the nutrition label actually. There's a lot of diets out there, but a lot of them focus on a gimmick. Cutting out sugar isn't a gimmick. I implore you, try cutting out sugars for 1 day. Try going to the store with the intention of not buying any foods with added sugars in them. You might find that you don't have to let food dictate or control your life. Focusing on one nutritional aspect, like cutting added sugars, helped me become more mindful of what I eat. And I guarantee it will help you become more mindful too.